Whenever it comes to cooking beans, it takes a long time. But today I will be showing you how you can make a quick pinto bean curry all in one pot. I make this quite frequently for my husband's lunchbox. Along with that, I will also show you how to make a delicious masala okra recipe. Namaskar and welcome to Curries with Bumbi. I soaked a cup of pinto beans, also known as chitra rajma in India, with a tablespoon of salt. Soak it overnight or for a minimum of 8 hours. After that, drain all the water, give a good rinse under tap water and then proceed with the recipe. Next is blender time. In my blender jar, I added ginger, garlic, a green chilli and tomatoes. Blend everything to a smooth paste. I always cook beans and lentils in a pressure cooker or an instant pot. Heat 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil in a pressure cooker over medium-high heat. When the oil is hot, lower the heat to low and add a dry bay leaf, a cinnamon stick, and a teaspoon of cumin seeds, that is jeera. Stir the seeds for a few seconds. They should turn fragrant and darken in color a little bit, but never allow them to turn black because then you will know they are burnt and will make the whole dish turn bitter. Then add very finely chopped onions. Fry the onions on medium-high heat till they brown up along the edges. Once they have these slightly brown edges, add a splash of water because it is spice time and the water will prevent the spice powders from getting burnt. Add a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons of ground coriander, that is dhania powder, a teaspoon of ground cumin, that is jeera powder. Since the green chili that I used is extremely hot, that's why I didn't use any chili powder at all. But to get the ruby red color, I used a tablespoon of sweet paprika and then a teaspoon of garam masala powder to perfume the dish. I again added a splash of water and stirred everything on low heat for a few seconds. Then the pureed tomato, ginger, garlic goes in. Fry the masala on medium heat for a few minutes till it starts to thicken up. Next, the pinto bean join the party. Add a teaspoon of crushed kasoori methi, that is dried fenugreek leaves, 2 teaspoons of salt or as per taste. I also like adding a teaspoon of sugar, which is totally optional, but I use it to balance the flavors. Add 2.5 cups of hot water and then all you need to do is to close the lid of your cooker and let the pressure cooker do its job. Keep it on high heat and when it comes to full pressure, lower the heat to low and set a timer for 30 minutes or 35 minutes if using an instant pot. While the beans are getting cooked, I will move on to the second recipe, that is masala okra and potato curry. Heat a pan with 2 tablespoons of oil. Once the oil turns hot, lower the heat to low and add 1/4 of a teaspoon of cumin seeds, that is jeera, 1/4 of a teaspoon of black mustard seeds and 1/4 of a teaspoon of nigella seeds, that is kalonji. Allow the mustard seeds to splutter, only then they will be flavorful. Then Mr. Potato enters the scene. Stir on high heat for a few minutes. I always wash the potatoes after chopping them, then wipe them dry so that the oil doesn't splash and the potatoes also brown up faster. When the potatoes turn a little brown in color, add the chopped okras. Now whenever I cook okras, I always stir them on high heat till that slime disappears. I also chop the okras after washing them, because if you wash them after chopping, the slime will increase and it will be a slime project for you. When you see the slime getting less, add a chopped tomato and then it is spice time. I added 2 teaspoons of my homemade sabji masala, a teaspoon of turmeric powder and half a teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder. I've left the link to that video on how to make sabji masala in the description box below. Now my friends, the sabji masala does all the trick. It is extremely aromatic and brings in a magic to any vegetarian or vegan dish. So I would highly recommend making it. But if you want to make this recipe before making the sabji masala, You can use curry powder or your choice of combination of any spices. I added just a splash of water, then cover on medium-low heat for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, again give a stir. Again add a splash of water and a teaspoon of salt. Then cover goes back on. Simmer on medium-low heat till the okras and potatoes get soft. They shouldn't turn mushy. You do not want the potatoes and okras to fall apart because then it would look like a mushed up mess. And I am telling you, my friends, you will face a lot of grievances at the dinner table. No, you don't want that. So potatoes and okra should be soft but still retain their shape. Okay, my potato and okra masala curry is all done. Coming back to the pinto bean curry, after 30 minutes of pressure cooking, allow all the pressure to be released naturally and then open the lid of the cooker. Switch the heat back on. With a spatula or a flat spoon, mash some of the beans and that will bring in a thickness to the gravy. Since I will be serving this with rice, we like it to be a bit runny and it will thicken up more when it cools down. If you want the gravy to be thicker, then you can keep on boiling on high heat till it reaches the consistency that you desire. But my friends, please keep this in mind that it does thicken up considerably once it cools down. I finally added chopped coriander leaves and my Rajma curry is all done. So this is what I packed for my husband's lunchbox today. Rice, pinto bean curry and masala okra potato curry. My husband likes all to be served in one container instead of each item going in separate containers. That's why you are seeing all being piled up one on top of the other, but that's how he likes it. Both these dishes stay good in the refrigerator for 4 to 5 days. Please give me a thumbs up if you found this video useful, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.